Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Dogecoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting on the daily chart, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing a wave A or a wave 1, of course, in another scenario. In both case scenarios, you would like to see a WXY here as 3 corrective waves and finishing a wave B or a wave 2. Now, after both case scenario as well, you would like to see an impulsive wave towards the upside. Now, it depends here. If you are in a wave A, B, and a C, your wave C should hit, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level. If you are in a bigger impulse as 1-2, you would like to see, of course, higher prices than this 1-to-1 fib level, and of course, continuation towards the upside. Now, if we can take a look here, we can see, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, looking for this impulse towards the upside, where we saw, of course, a massive move towards higher prices. And we're looking here, of course, at several 1-2s in this area, which we're going to take a closer look at on the 1-hour chart. So moving to the 1-hour chart here, on the 1-hour chart, we can see, of course, that your label in the green label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not finished yet. I'm going to explain. We were expecting, of course, even one more wave for 5 for this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. However, it didn't appear. I'm going to explain after I show you how many 1-2s we have. We have 1-2, 1-2 in orange, 1-2 in yellow, and currently we are in the green label for your massive wave 3 towards the upside, which is obviously did not finish yet. And that because, of course, we are still looking here at unfinished wave 5, where you can see, of course, probably after a lot of overlaps here as a 1, 2, and then 3, but where is your wave 4, 5? So that means, of course, we are a corrective, and that means we are corrective, of course, from this area here, and we are still corrective until now. And because we are looking at a triangle here, we cannot start our triangle with lower wave A. And that means we are in W, X, and Y. Your wave Y, of course, here is a triangle. And finishing, of course, somehow with lower prices a little bit and start to move towards the upside. However, if you take a look here that your wave has took the high. And that is not allowed in a triangle in case this is your wave B. Your wave D is not allowed to take the high. And that means your wave B has been extended from here to here right now, which make it a little bit longer, guys. Sorry for the boring price action, but yeah, when it comes to triangles, it is a little bit long and boring. So yeah, it is extending. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit while to finish. So we're gonna have an A, B, C, D, and an E. Of course, your wave D can be, of course, shorter and shorter, and squeezing the price and booming towards the upside. Now, please take a note here that we have a WXY finishing with a triangle. And that means the price is very, very much consolidating to the maximum because your wave 4 can be simply a triangle. But in that case, no, we got a WXY and your Y is a triangle. And that means we got a very massive move towards the upside and the price needs a lot of time now to calculate the real price of Dogecoin. And that's why you are looking at a very long correction. And after this, of course, you would see a very, very massive, explosive move towards the upside because after a very long correction like this, normally the price wants to explode towards the upside. And therefore, I'm still looking for a wave 5 here in the green label. Of course, after finishing a wave Y with the wave E and the wave 4 here. So I'm expecting a very massive wave 5, to be honest. And of course, in that case, you will get, of course, even higher prices here, 3, 4, 5, finishing the orange one. And then, of course, 4, 5, 4, 5. Of course, finishing the white label. Here we go. So we are, yes, yes. I think Dogecoin is gonna explode, guys. So sooner or later, after this massive correction, I think higher prices are very, very likely. Yeah, so let's take a look, of course, on our KGT indicator. So on the 5-minute chart here, we can see we are still in a sell. And that means doesn't mean, of course, bearish. It means that you might be in a correction. And this is exactly the case scenario. And if we take a look at the signals, of course, you are looking after a sell. You see, of course, massive move towards the downside. The bullish scenarios here are not diverging with the price action. So as you can see from one signal to another, you see the price is moving down, right? And same for the bullish signal moving down. So that is not a bullish signal. That means only pressure of buyers. Now, look what happened here. In those two signals, you see now that the price has started to make a divergence, right? And after this divergence, you would like to see higher prices directly from this signal. And here we go. We move higher. Now, of course, you will see some bearish signals as well. Now, with this one, as you can see with the sell and this one, yeah, they are converging. As you can see, they are moving down because this is what you would like to see when you are bearish, that the price and the bearish signal are moving down. And that is a confirmation that, okay, we're going to get some lower price and we got it. But suddenly it appears, of course, the bullish signal to stop your trade in the downside, of course, and a move towards the upside. The same appears, of course, here. After looking at those signals with the bearish, now you start to see a divergence with the bearish. And that means, of course, it's invalid bearish signals. You cannot take it. Of course, it's gonna just range, right? It cannot take the low. It's divergence. And this is what you would like to see when you are bullish. And here we go. It moves even towards the upside with even once it gives you the signal in this area as a bullish divergence and boom towards the upside. Now, of course, the things continues. The whole thing. This is why KGT has been developed, of course, to first track the trend as a sell. You are in a favor of a sell or in a correction, and of course, the second is to get exactly the signals where we can catch a trade, an entry point, right? So those are your possible entry points. And of course, after this, you can still have some CVDs accumulation for buyers and sellers. So we're gonna come to it. So as you can see here with this divergence as well, we want to see higher prices and voila, yeah. So now what we are looking at is, of course, yeah, some bearish signal, but we don't have yet nothing. And you see the CVD line is moving down. And that might mean if you want to get more data, here we go, you start to get some bullish divergence. And here we go, we're moving higher and higher. So yeah, the things are quite nice, working nice for Dogecoin. But because we are in a triangle, guys, don't forget that once we move higher, we're gonna get a bearish signal. And now with this bearish is gonna make a convergence, lower prices as well for the signal. So it's gonna be, of course, a bearish one. Be careful with it, of course, once you get, of course, this signal. Yeah, so these are the updates for Dogecoin. That means, of course, KGT tells us we are still in this correction. We didn't saw any buy after it. So once we are clear to move towards the upside, you would like to see the buy signal first. And that might be once we finish this triangle. And of course, with some CVD and plus some accumulation of buyers. And that means this accumulation of buyers, it shows you instantly like how much strong the buyers are entering currently in the meanwhile in this market. When you see several green candles, more than three, one after the other, that means, of course, is a good signal. And of course, after having the buy and some CVD diversions. So that would be a kind of like a 90% that you are moving towards the upside. Of course, you can have KGT's version and the older version. The information, you can find it in the description below. Thank you for watching and thank you for your comments and likes. See you in the next one. Bye bye.